And hello and welcome to another episode of the Sharp Side of Paranormal. I am your host, Cody, and I have an exciting episode this week. I have Paranormal Variant on. I'm Varlin. Am I? You know what? I'm probably saying it wrong, and that's fine. They're going to correct me. Yeah. I see again. I'm getting the notification that Facebook is acting up, so I gotta quickly remove it and then add it back. And this is just, I'm getting tired of StreamYard. I don't know if it's StreamYard or Facebook, but it's getting annoying. Anyway, so I am going to bring on April and her brother Cody. So it's going to be Cody squared tonight. Woo! As you can see, I've lost my voice this week. I caught something at the paranormal convention last week, which is awesome. But anyway, I'm going to bring April and Cody on. Cody is a little video shy.
Hey.
Hello.
So I said your guys' team name wrong, and this isn't the first time I've done this. And
Hey, it's all right.
All good.
So what is your team name?
Cody, you go ahead.
It is Paranormal Variant.
So I wrote it down wrong right here on my screen.
Hey, that's all good.
I put an L instead of
I. Hey, I pronounced somebody's team name wrong. I think it was last week or like 2 weeks ago when I did it. I felt so bad.
Now, you guys have a podcast yourself, right?
We do. Unfortunately, Cody doesn't join because he works. His schedule is really weird. So he always works on Sunday evenings. So he can't ever join, unfortunately. But yeah, we have our own. It's just called My Paranormal Journey. We kind of just do the same thing. We talk to different teams and, just hear about their experiences and what they got going on this, for their upcoming events or anything like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, isn't it weird being on the other side of the mic?
I actually like it this time. I'm not going to lie. Like, I get super nervous, like asking people questions. So I like this part of it. So.
Here, you guys can handle the show for me this week because
oh god, we're gonna take over. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna take over. That's fine. I should do that. I should let somebody take over the show for a week.
Yeah, there you go. Hey.
So, what got you guys into the paranormal?
Cody, you can go first.
There's been a small interest when I was a child. I just kind of grew a little bit each time. What really kind of accelerated things, I suppose, was when my brother passed away, or April and I's brother. And it just got me thinking a little bit more and more deeper into it, and then watching, the ghost shows on TV, things like that, and then researching things. And then few years back, April found this ghost hunting company called Ghost Hunt USA. We booked our first hunt at Squirrel Cage and followed up with Malvern Manor, and it just kind of took its turn there.
Yeah, sure did.
So you guys got your start kind of the same way I did with a Ghost Hunts USA.
Yeah, unfortunately, I saw it was very shortly after that they went out of business. So
yeah,
there was a lot of fraud going on. Unfortunately,
that's right.
I heard that.
I was seeing a lot of comments. So
I didn't have any bad experiences with them.
Right. Yeah, we didn't either. Ours went pretty good. The only takeaway I think actually for both of us was just there was way too many people at times.
Yep, way too many people.
But
it's a little hectic.
I would say that because I went to ISS and there was about 80 of us there. No, it's a big building. I mean, it's 100,000 square feet of.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah, especially if like I don't know, like for those who have been to Squirrel Cage Jail, very small facility or building place, and everything freaking echoes. So like even just trying to do like 3 or 4 people to one section, you're completely hearing the other team or like, so that kind of took away the experience for me, which I'm sure will probably end up going back to Squirrel Cage maybe in the near future, but it's not on my top places to revisit. So
It's interesting. It's a very unique jail. Just the whole concept or design of it was just wow. And you don't see something like that. So I like the historical stuff about things, and that was a really unique
right,
place. But yeah, there's a lot of it just echoes everywhere. I mean, you got to be small, you got to be quiet, and it's with that larger group, it just didn't work out so well. I mean, it was fun, but yeah,
right. And the host was great. She was awesome. So that was the fun part of it for me. So
That's the unfortunate thing when on a public, you get people that are loud and just wander through.
right,
And it's so annoying. It's like, hey, we're all trying to do this, and now you're being loud. So even on, I did one back at ISS back in October. There was only 10 people at ISS, and it was a private, and we had split off into groups, but the one group kept coming in to where we were at and just being loud and obnoxious, and it just
yeah,
ruined the whole
whole
yeah.
experience. Yes,
But publics are fun because you get to meet, new people that are like-minded,
right.
and then you can always tag along in other investigations. So
Right. Yeah. That's kind of part of the reason that we like to do, group up even with other people too, is like you meet so many different people along the way and everyone has their own journey of why they're seeking the paranormal. And it's nice to just listen to other people's stories too. So
absolutely.
yeah, that's one of our favorite things is just meeting different people along the way.
Sharing their stories and as well as just kind of observing how another team or an individual goes about their work when they're doing things that you can kind of pick up and like, I haven't tried that, or maybe I can take that, and bring it back and try something different, and just kind of add on to what build that experience more.
Right.
exactly. And you know what's so cool is on the publics that I've done, I have met people that I've investigated with now multiple times, and it's met more people, and
Right.
it just expands. It's like that paper chain that you make in kindergarten.
And some people you meet will be, as I would call hyenas about different things. And, I've met a lot of nice people so far. I think we both have since we've started. We've
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
figured out a couple people, teams or so to stay away from, not from our own experience, but just, word of mouth, of course. But
I agree with that. I have met
yeah,
some people that unfortunately aren't the greatest people.
right. That's unfortunate.
yeah.
So what has been like your craziest experience during an investigation?
Oh, did we
Did we,
lose April?
did we, April, are you still there?
Sorry. I had to sneeze. I'm sorry.
Oh, just go ahead
I
and
don't
do
wanna
that. It's
I didn't
fine.
want to sneeze on camera.
It's fine. Go ahead and just sneeze on camera.
Uh,
It's fine.
what was your question? I'm so sorry.
The kind
Like,
of loud experiences that we've had during our investigations.
We haven't had anything super spooky happen yet. Like I said, we've only been doing this for probably a little over 2 years. The first year we didn't do a whole lot of places because, places are expensive. Cuts into the wallet there. I would say probably just some of the Like, I don't know. We've heard some weird, odd things, footsteps, especially at Malvern Manor. We've had a couple different things happen, you know, footsteps, knocking or tapping on the walls. Caught some really good EVPs from there too. So,
Oh, do you got any that you can share with us?
I do have one. It was actually the first year that we went. I don't know how I would even share it on here, but
Is it on YouTube or anything?
it's on our TikTok and it's on our Facebook page under videos. You'll have to check it
Here.
out.
Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna grab my iPhone real quick. And
Yeah.
then we'll play the audio. Hold on a second. Let's pull up TikTok here. Because I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Yeah, it should be pinned to the top of our page, I believe. It was the girl that I took the video of. It was her recorder. So obviously, like, I didn't know her, but we met each other and we were investigating together. So it was kind of one, you know, I don't consider it ours because it was on hers, but we were in a group together.
That was
So
the second investigation we did with Ghost Hunt USA.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting.
I got it here. So this was. Can you set it up for us?
So the EVP that you're going to listen to, you'll actually hear it at the beginning. I believe it was in Gracie's room, in Melver Manor. Actually, before we even went into that room, we were sitting in Shadowman hallway for a good, I don't know, like 45 minutes. We're having some cat ball activity, some Ren pod activity, and you know, I kept telling my brother and other people in the group, like I just kept feeling like I was being watched the whole time. I'm like, you know, don't you just feel like eyes on you when you get that weird feeling? And it's funny from what the EVP says when I kept saying over and over, like, I just feel like I'm being watched. So you'll have to listen to it.
Okay.
Are you ready? Oh, did it mute? I heard it at the beginning. Are you ready? See, it got really loud when you started the video, but then it went quiet, so I don't know. I can actually try to play it on mine. Hold on, let me pull it up here.
I don't know why mine's. I wonder if it's.
Turned on my TikTok real quick here.
EVP session in Gracie's room. Starting now. Hello.
I don't know if you can hear it very well.
I heard it. I
EVP session in Gracie's room. Starting now. Hello.
Do you hear what it says? She says EVP session, Gracie's room, and you hear I'm
watching.
And then watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I thought that was cool because the whole freaking 45 minutes I kept saying that over and over. And then we were like, well, you know, before we take a break, let's go into Gracie's room and see if we'll try EVP session, see what we get, you know. And then that came out. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, nothing super wild, like April said, as far as, you know, spook extreme. But I mean, recently we did the Kramer Canyon Heritage Home in Yankton, our hometown here, and I think we were just running a spirit box, and we were there with the one of the board members, just kind of asking a few questions here and there, and the caretaker, I guess, lives in the home there too. And so we're in this room upstairs, and we hear someone go upstairs, sounded like they went into a room or something, and then grabbed something and went back down. We're like, oh, okay, you know, whatever, it's the caretaker. But then we keep hearing it. It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. And we're just like, dude, it got to the point like, what are you doing? We're like trying to conduct something.
Well, that wasn't, yeah, we were doing the Estes method. I was sitting in a room and, you know, at the time it was just me and my brother and my husband, which he never joins investigations, but he actually did on this one because his friend is actually the president of the Kramer house. So that's why he came along. But so we're doing the Estes method, and the whole time I think we're doing it for like it must have been a good 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And when I finally was like, oh, I'm done, I can't listen to this anymore, like my ears can't take it, I realized like everyone's in the room. There was like an additional 3 people, and then they were starting to talk, and they're like, that they were hearing somebody come up and down the stairs, like on the back stairwell. So that was kind of interesting. And then nothing else.
We had asked him about it, and he said, we thought it was you guys. The caretaker was there with his girlfriend downstairs. They went up once, and then that was it. And we're like, well, we thought that was you. And he's like, no, I thought that was you guys. As clear as day, it just sounded like someone going back up the stairs, messing around, fooling around. We're like, come on, like, knock it off. And then
Yeah.
maybe the other thing, Boyd House. We
Mhm.
held an Estes session there too, and during it, I had asked for it to tap or touch April, and I didn't know it at the time. But watching the cameras, you could see her
Mhm.
turn around like someone tapped her shoulder or something, and then she had mentioned she had felt something. So, I mean, wild in a sense, but nothing too crazy yet.
Yeah, nothing too crazy yet, knock on wood. We might get something this year, that might spook me a little bit. We'll see.
I don't know, like, if being touched is my craziest experience or the time that I got the cat ball to roll
Ooh,
when I was at
yeah,
the
that would be
Monroe
cool.
house. Did you guys see that video?
No, I don't think I
No,
have.
not yet.
I have shown it a billion times. I am shame. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay, I'll set it up because I got the video. I've got it.
Yeah, you should totally share it.
In my StreamYard, and everybody's gonna be like, Cody, quit sharing this video. So I got invited to go to the Monroe house in Hartford City, Indiana. And I was there with Angel and Lindsay from Dark Hollow. And we had set up some cat balls in this room. And this one had been sitting on this table for like 2 or 3 hours during a one Estes session. Then we took a break and then we came back up. And this is what happens. So here we go. We're going to show it again, everybody. Don't get mad. But this is like my craziest experience.
Turn it on if you're going to make good communication with him.
Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Something is pulling massive power. Yeah, it'll do that.
Are you shitting me?
Okay, do me a favor, wait till it stops. I want you to walk out and walk back in. And see if you can make
Because
it
we
move again.
both just walked in and that shit did not happen. And I literally...
That's cool. That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
Craziest. And for the next 3 minutes, my fat ass was jumping up and down,
Trying to get it to move.
trying to get it to move. I would set it off, but I would not get it to roll. And that's a level
That's
table
cool.
too. So I was just like,
And what's funny, Cody, I think he forgot, my brother Cody. Do you remember when we went to Farrar? Okay, so we don't have the video of this. I mean,
Oh.
I have a shitty quality video of it because at the time,
Isn't it on Facebook, maybe?
well, the quality is really horrible, and the reason
Yeah.
why is because we had started our group, and then I had a friend. She's no longer my friend for certain reasons, and she wasn't sharing. If you're part of a team, and you're going to be the people be in charge of cameras and all that stuff, you think you would want to, like, if you did catch something, want to share it with your team first before you just go blast it all over Facebook. And then, I don't know. That's another day or a story for another day. But so the video, we were actually at Farrar Haunted School, and I want to say it was like 12:30 or something around there. And they have like up on the very top floor, the auditorium, and on the stage in the auditorium is a bunch of like dolls and different toys. Well, the camera had caught the doll actually shift position. And then like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours later, I can't quite remember the timing of it because it was last year, you see it go all the way down to the floor. And so I went upstairs and I'm trying to debunk this. I'm like, well, we were on the stage quite a bit that night, but nothing ever triggered or was caught on there. I can't say it's paranormal, but it is quite interesting.
Yeah, I was
And
weird.
it never did move again. I put it in the same position again, like the rest of the night, all through the morning, and never moved again. So I thought that was quite interesting. Oh, and we did have what really creeped me out that night. We were in the gym, doing like a little spirit box session, and we ended up turning it off to try to do some EVPs. And we're just sitting there completely freaking silent. We were getting ready to wrap it up because, you know, we weren't getting much activity. And you can hear, and I don't even have it on like video or anything like that, because of course that's always how it happens. What sounded like a door from one of the classrooms that slammed shut. And we both looked up because in our, like, where we were at, we could see where like the owners, they have an apartment there and they live there on the property. And nope, wasn't their door. I don't know where the hell it came from. We tried to look on the different floors to see if one of the doors had closed, but every single one of them was open. So that kind of sent some shivers down my spine that night. But
Yeah. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
remember that.
That would creep me out.
you know, I mean, I do get spooked. I ain't gonna lie, but more of me, like as soon as that like spookness, like creepiness, like wears off in a matter of a couple of moments, I'm gonna go see what it was or like try to figure out what it was, you know. But I'm sure one of these days, like I said, I want to see a shadow person or like a creeper, but then at the same time, I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet, but I'm sure it'll come.
I saw a full body apparition on my first ever paranormal investigation.
What? Where was that at?
Indiana State Sanatorium.
Mm,
So it set the bar really, really high.
right.
And I've seen shadow figures at other places, but like nothing has topped that.
Right.
And of
That'd be
course,
awesome.
I didn't get it on camera.
It's always how it goes.
I was too busy screaming like a little girl.
I probably would have too.
And
I
my
would've-
wife was
yeah.
laughing the whole time.
Your wife was with you?
Yeah, so she and I went to it was a double date. We went to
cool.
it was a former coworker who I'm no longer friends with, but her fiance and I and my wife and I went to ISS, and yeah, it was expensive. It was like $180 a person, but
Hey, that's cool though.
I still think it was worth it. But yeah, I got touched by this apparition. So
Ooh, spooky.
very spooky.
Yeah.
And I've seen that same apparition the last 2 times that I've went. So all 3 times that I've been there.
That's
So
cool.
it knows
Awesome.
it at me. So
Okay.
what are your plans for this year? Like, have locations on the horizon?
Yeah. Cody, do you want me to talk about it? You
Yeah,
probably don't even
go
know all
ahead.
the dates or anything, or
I
okay.
bad with dates.
Yeah, you're horrible. So I usually do most of the planning for our group. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
I
And I usually do most of the planning, but although we kind of talk about like where we're gonna go, do we want to go there? So for this year, we do actually have quite a few places that we're going. We're going to Ettenberg Manor. We're going to, yeah, so that'll be first time there.
yeah.
We're going to investigate Bonanzaville, which is in North Dakota. It is, most people have not heard of it. So it's actually a pioneer village type town. They have like 48 different properties or buildings on the property that have all been imported and renovated, like throughout North Dakota. And I guess they have some pretty spooky stuff happen there. And we're going to help out with an event in October as well there. Fort Sisseton up in South Dakota here. We're going to investigate that location. Granger House, Horridge House. I'm drawing a blank. Let's see. What else do we have going on? Oh, gosh. I don't remember all the other places that are on the list this year, but we have a couple of events that we're doing. We're going to be working with the Argo Hotel for something coming up for October. I don't know the details quite yet on that because we're still working that out. And then we'll be in Benton, Iowa for an event in August. That's their first kind of, I wouldn't say it's paranormal event because there's going to be quite a few other vendors there. But yeah, that's kind of so far what we got going on. I have quite a few other things that I don't want to share quite yet, but
Sounds like you're having a busy year.
yeah, we have a lot this year going on. So
Malvern Manor coming up too.
Oh yeah, God, of course. That's the first one. I can't believe I forgot about that. So if anybody is interested, May 3rd, which is National Paranormal Day, we are having an event at Malvern Manor. Josh Hurd will be joining us. We do have Johnny Hauser joining us. They're going to investigate with us that evening. Unfortunately, all the VIP tickets are sold, but there's still general admission. So you can hop over to our page if you're interested and check out the ticket info.
So is this your guys are hosting the event?
Yep, we're hosting. This
Yeah.
will be our first one for this year. Yep.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
that's
Yeah, thank
big.
you. Yeah. Super excited.
So now you've been to Malvern. Have you been to Villisca?
Oh yes, we went there
Yeah.
last year as well. We had a few weird things happen, but it wasn't super crazy. Although we had a really bad storm come through, which seemed to happen a lot last year to us. Every time we went somewhere, it was like crazy thunderstorm but yeah, we got a lot of weird things like come through, like the Ovulus thing, spirit box that kept saying things like demon, can I come home with you? And just weird shit like that. And we're like, nope, you got to stay here. Like, we just want to chat with you. And some boots that, we were sitting up in the kids' room and it was all quiet. And all of a sudden you clearly heard what sounded like, I don't know, like steel toe boots just walking up the stairs. And we all looked at each other like, what the hell? What the hell was that? But that was like really the only thing that we had happen that night. So
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't like scary in the extreme or anything wild happened, like she said, but it just, the whole time, the whole vibe, it felt very uncomfortable.
it was a little
And it
off.
just kept,
Yeah.
Out of all the places we've slept at, as far as these haunted places, I would say that was the worst sleeping I ever got there. Like, I couldn't get comfortable at all, and it just, I don't know, something in my head, maybe I'm just making it up. Hey, someone's murdered there, someone's hiding, whatever. But it just felt the whole time like something was lurking around, hiding somewhere, and it just extremely uncomfortable. But that's the most I got out of it.
The spookiest thing that actually happened to us that night was not freaking ghosts. Okay. So
Yep.
right away, we were advised that, you get creepy people that like to pull up on the house and sit there and God knows what they're doing, or if they're just sharing a story and staring at the house. I don't know. But right before we had quite a few drive-byers that would just come and sit outside the house. So that was a little strange. But then as we're wrapping up the night, and of course we're smokers, we go smoke a cigarette outside, and all of a sudden this weirdo comes out from he was crouched down behind a vehicle that was parked behind ours. And granted the fact there's only one street light on that street right there. So it's pretty dark all around it. And he was crouched down and then automatically stood up and started walking super fast into the pitch black dark down the street. So that was a little weird. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sleep tonight. That was a little odd, but maybe he was doing his...
Villisca, right?
This was Villisca, yeah.
He might have been playing a game or being just a weirdo, but yeah, it was kind of odd.
Here's what I would do. I'd get some Alka-Seltzer and just bite the tablet and start foaming from the mouth.
At the mouth, walking out the door.
Screeching at people and chasing them away. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
oh gosh.
So we're gonna go back to. So why did you choose Malvern Manor as your first
So I think we both just kind of decided on it. Number one, it is very close to us. It's only like 2.5 hours. And then I guess number two, we've just had some weird, experiences there and feelings. And so that's why we just kind of chose Melver Manor because it was close to us and we had the most experiences there.
And I'm sharing it with the audience right now. National Paranormal Day Ghost Hunt with Paranormal Variant at Malvern Manor. Yeah, there are tickets still available.
Yep.
So I would do it. I got to check my schedule.
Yeah, and Josh Hurd and Johnny Hauser, can't go wrong with either one of them
No.
joining. So
that would be absolutely awesome. Even if I can't go. But yeah, if you want to get tickets, you can go to their Facebook, Paranormal
Right.
Variant, and you can click the link and purchase them. Yeah, I hope you sell out.
I
really
hope so too. It is
too.
about 48 days out. But you know what? Even if we don't, we got a good handful of people already that have bought tickets with VIP and general admissions. So I'm all right with that. Small group we'll make it more fun that way.
I'm more for the small groups anyways, I'll be honest, but I'm down to interact with events and stuff like that. Malvern, to me, I don't know, I feel drawn to it for some reason. It sounds weird or stupid, but I've had dreams about it, like not the same reoccurring, just of that location, just randomly for no reason. But hey, it's a unique place. I love it.
So I see here VIP check-in, and then there's general admission. Then you get spook history and walk through the manor, and then 8 to 1 a.m. you get to investigate with Josh Hurd and Johnny Hauser, and then at 1 a.m. general admission departs, and then at 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. it's VIPs only, and then you can stay till almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And everyone gets a special little, what I call boo bag. There'll be a bunch of different paranormal things in there as a goodie bag to take home. So
yeah.
yeah.
Have you read the book We Are Malvern Manor?
Yes, I have it actually. Yeah.
I
love it.
too. I have it. Tori is so awesome for doing that.
I need to get the second edition. It keeps popping up and I need to just write it down and order it from her, but I just always forget. So
I believe I have the second edition of that.
Nice. Yeah, I need to
So,
pick it up too.
Yeah. And then I got the Randolph County Infirmary version of her book as well.
Yeah, I want to get, I think, doesn't she have one on Edinburgh Manor? I think she does. I need to get that one too if she does. Yeah.
I've asked her to come on the show, and she was supposed to let me know. And I need to bug her again and be like, "Hey, Tori, you need to come on the show so we can talk about your books." Because, I mean, the detail that she goes in is phenomenal.
Yeah, she does a really great job on those. Yeah, I know she was going to be on our show too, but I think she was like transitioning to a new job and then things just got super, super busy. So maybe I'll reach back out to her again.
I thought that was a different book. I know which one you're talking about now. For some reason,
the big one.
Yeah, the real book.
It's
There's
actually
some other
behind the
one.
green screen.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you haven't read Richard Eastep's book,
that's the one I was talking about. I know the other one though.
I'm drawing a blank on the name. The Devil's Coming to Get Me, and it's with about Malvern Manor. That's a really good book too.
I'll have to look that up because
yeah.
I wanted to go out there because I've done research on that, and the reason I asked about Villisca is because of the potential connection between the two.
Yep.
Right.
Now, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I don't know. I'm 50-50. I mean, it's really hard to say, but I mean, it definitely makes sense. I've read one of the books by Richard Eastep. He has a book on Villisca as well. And then I also read, and I'm probably going to say the title wrong. I have it behind me, but I'm not going to dig it out. I think it's like The Man on the Train or something like that. That was all about all of that. And I know Johnny is not a fan of that book, but I don't know. It makes you think that there definitely could be a connection between the two.
Yeah, I think there's very much a possibility. Very
I-
much, but who knows?
I like to think there is. I could be wrong, but I mean,
Right.
the fact that, like, so the preacher was charged but never found guilty.
Right.
And there have been paranormal teams that have got in there, and on Ovilus or Spirit Talker or EVPs, they get preacher.
We did
Yep.
get that as
Yep.
well. Yep. When we were up in the attic. So I don't know, maybe, sometimes it makes me think though, could it be whatever resides there because of the fact that so many people talk about this story and bring up different things that maybe it's just communicating that with us, like trying to retell us the story that they keep. I don't know. I have a bunch of different theories about it. So,
Or it could be what really is, and is trying to misdirect people towards the preacher instead of who really was the murderer.
now when I was in the attic and we were doing an Estes session, it was just me and then my friend at the time, and the guys were downstairs. And I started to ask questions like, where did you come from, and things like that. And she had actually said the response twice, that I come from afar. So I was trying to sit there and try to put that together, like, well, what the hell does that mean? Like, maybe it's something that was brought here, like, piggybacked off somebody else, and just, I don't know who we were talking to. I never did get really much of anything else. It kept saying, like, I think she said, like, I'm hiding. And then, yeah, she said the 2 times, I come from afar. So I don't know what that truly meant, but it makes me think.
Could be a traveler. Could be the person on the train. We came from afar.
Hey, yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it that way.
There you go.
Right.
That's
And
creepy.
And when we first were doing like our introductions with Johnny, he was telling us about the doll that was in the house that's up in the attic, and he's like, oh, I found it along the road. And, I know all these cool ass friends that go to these cool places like the Conjuring house. And so I pawned it off onto them. So this doll has been all over the place, and that ended up back at the house like a few months before we visited there. And he's like, well, I live next door, and, if anything creepy happens with the doll, let me know. And what was weird at that time is when we were sitting in the living room, he was telling the story and I was sitting right next to him. But in my view, in my vision, I could see into that downstairs bedroom. And I saw what looked to me like it wasn't large, but it was like I call it like a ball of light that like came from the curtain and like shot to the closet. But I saw it out of my peripheral, and I turned and I was like, and everybody just stopped, and he's like, what'd you see? And he's like, wait, don't tell me. And so I got up right away because I'm like, well, I got to go fucking see what this is. I'm thinking, I'm pulling the curtain back, and it's got this sheer curtain and then this like the old school pull down curtain. So I pull that back. And of course, the windowsill has all these big dust bunnies. And I'm like, well, there's no freaking way, with the way that 2 things are on top of it and as close as it is to the window, that one of these dust ball bunnies could have just came out from around the curtain, hovered, and like shot to the closet. And so he's looking at me the whole time with wide eyes, and he's like, what'd you see? And I'm like, I don't know what the hell it was, but I saw a ball of light that came from the curtain and shot to the closet. And he said that what he found was funny was that he's been getting numerous reports of other people seeing that within the last week or so. So I wasn't the only one. So then I started laughing. I'm like, ooh, the night's beginning. So, yeah, that was interesting, but
that's creepy.
Yeah, and that's when he made the statement, well, that's my cue to get the hell out of here, and let me know if anything happens with the doll, and I'm out. So-
Speaking of the Conjuring house, my wife is not happy about this, but I'm going there in November. I was
Oh,
invited, and
that's awesome.
This
one, it's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
It's like $180 a person or something like that.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
So, but it's the Conjuring house. I don't care.
Right.
The Conjuring house.
Yep.
She's worried that I'm gonna bring something home.
Yeah. My husband would be like that too, but I'd be like, oh, well, I'm still going.
It's the Conjuring house. She's
Right?
like, have you seen the movies? And I'm like, hon, I watched the movies with you. And two, those are movies. Okay.
Yes, they're over exaggerated.
Exactly.
Ed and Lorraine were kind of like Zach Bagans.
Yep, that's what I heard.
Yeah. They were entertainers. They were grifters. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine because while I'm not big fan of Ed and Lorraine, listen, I love the Annabelle movies. I love the Conjuring story. Like, I love those movies.
Right.
It's all bullshit. But without them, we wouldn't have modern paranormal investigating. So
right.
I got to give them that.
A little bit of credit. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Fair enough.
Like,
Speaking of that, since you're going, have you seen that episode from Project Fear when they went to the Conjuring house? You have to watch that episode. They did a very well, you know, I like Project. Well, oh, you did what? Sorry.
I busted them faking stuff.
Project Fear?
Yes.
What? Tell me.
I was going to do an episode on this.
Okay, I'll wait then.
But I'm going to share it because and I called and I got Alex's cell phone number from a source.
Oh, gotcha.
And I talked to him for like 20 minutes. But here's the thing. So last April, I went to ISS, okay? And while I was there, I found a bunch of items. A week after I was there, Project Fear was there for their new YouTube series. This was right after they got fired from Travel Channel.
Right.
So their second episode, they acted like there was an intruder there. Do you remember that? They were all freaking out, chasing around, they found a set of dentures, and they're like, "Oh, they're wet, so they must be fresh." They found a can
I don't remember.
Well, they found a can of shaving cream, and it had somebody's name on it. And they found some other items, and they're like, "Oh my God, somebody's here." Well, so I have a source of an employee. First off, it's a completely different source than who gave me the phone number. So anyway, an employee at ISS said, well, there's no way that there was an intruder because I was there and the owner of ISS was there. Yay, balloons. I don't know where they come from, but they keep showing up. Balloons.
I just saw them.
Is Pennywise here?
Oh, gosh. Yep. We all float. Yep.
So first off, they get called by the Project Fear crew saying, oh, there's an intruder. So they go up there, okay? They're immediately met with cameras, and as soon as the staff of ISS gets up there, they start recording.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
But here's the thing. So the dentures that they showed were in the same place that I found them a week prior. They were on the staircase between the 4th and 5th floor of the big residential building. The problem is water leaks in there, so it's wet right there. So that's why the dentures were still wet.
That makes sense. Yeah.
The shaving can cream. There's so much personal items that are still in that building. And here's the thing. They don't show the bottom or the top of the shaving can cream. Or the shaving cream can. There's rust on it. It's been sitting out there for 12 years since it shut down, they trumped it up and they're like, oh, this big, we have this intruder, and but here's the thing, there was no intruder.
Right.
And they say that their friend Connor, who is one of the producers and editors, was not on site. I don't believe that. Okay.
Well, isn't he usually always there every time? Even if he's not like in their filming part of it, like he's usually like hanging out in the van or like, you know what I mean?
They said he was back at the Airbnb, but I don't buy that. I don't, because you hear footsteps running across.
I'll have to look at that. That was one of the first episodes from the like YouTube thing.
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch that. I can't remember, but
yeah, it's but I was in a group that was ran by Dakota's family. I got kicked out for sharing the photos.
Oh geez.
Of the dentures.
Right.
I'm like, why would you, if it's legit, why would you share me out? You would want me to share that. But, I had a picture of the can because I saw it too. It was in the same spot that I saw it in. And they're like, oh, there's beer cans and pop cans. Yeah, people break into there.
Right.
And not much anymore because they've got 4K cameras up. They will catch you. You will go to jail. End of story. But there is no possible way that somebody came up there. So they faked it. They absolutely faked it. Now, if they faked that, how do we know they're not faking anything else? Their credibility is now into question. And Alex was not very happy. And we were supposed to, when I was writing for the magazine, we were supposed to, do a thing. He agreed to it. And then now he just doesn't. Obviously, I'm no longer with the magazine, but he doesn't return calls. He doesn't return texts. So it's like he knows I'm on to him. And now he's not going to do the interview. They're not going to do the interview because they know I'm going to ask about that. And then they're going to be like, oh, so they totally faked it. And again, they're in the same category like as Zach Bagans now, or Spirit Talker or Spirit Trackers or whatever they're called, or I like to call them demon fakers, because every place they go to, they say that there's a demon.
Right.
So it's like, yes, people love Project Fear, and you know what? I love the show. And knowing what I know now, that's true. It breaks my heart because I really thought they were genuine and clearly.
I think I'll probably still watch their show just because I like them. But although, I kind of already like chalked up most of those shows as being like take it with a grain of salt kind of thing, like,
oh, absolutely.
Like, I'd rather just go investigate myself and experience things than, what you watch on TV. You never know what's real and what's not.
So we are going to do something new tonight. So, because we've got about 11 minutes left in the show, and I have set up a phone number. It's my business. It's the Sharp Side of Paranormal's phone number. Please do not blow up this phone in the middle of it. I will shut it off. Okay. But you can call into the show and ask April and Cody questions.
Ooh.
The phone number is area code 260-222-6864. That's 260-222-6864. It comes right to the Sharp Side of Paranormal Studios. Awesome. You can call right now and ask April and Cody, or even me, any question that you want. And while I wait for people to call, if they do call, and I doubt they will, and that's okay, we can get back to our conversation.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing. So, are you guys familiar with the spirit stalkers?
I'm
Uh-uh.
not, unfortunately.
No.
Okay. So, they're from Indiana. They're from Huntington, Indiana, which is like 30 minutes away from me. And they are very popular on the TikTok.
Mhm.
And they're grifters. I was going to say, are you have an activity back there?
No,
Okay.
I was gonna pull up my TikTok because I swear I think I follow them already, but maybe I just don't realize it. So
Okay.
you said spirit talkers?
Stalkers, spirit stalkers.
Stalkers. Okay, let me look that up. I wonder if
So
I do.
they're absolute grifters. All they
Oh,
do.
I'm already following them. Woo! I guess I am.
So they go to these locations and they're like, oh, there's a demon here. And then the one guy said that he was partially possessed.
Mm.
And I'm like, no. Like everywhere they go is, oh, this is the most haunted this or the most haunted that. I've been to a lot of the locations they've been, and it's just absolutely ridiculous the stuff that they claim. And
The way I look at it, like when, people are like, oh, demons, or I got scratched or blah, blah, blah. I look at it like this. If you were an asshole in real life, you're probably going to be an asshole on the other side. Or it could be just, like I said before, maybe it's just their way of building up energy and, you get scratched because that's their only way of trying to get sorry, my cat's jumping up here.
that's okay. I have 3 cats.
Maybe that's just their way of like trying to get your attention, but yeah, I don't agree with that whatsoever, that everything is a demon. I think it's very far in between that ever happens. I'm not saying that there's not negative things out there or those that wish harm upon you, but it's definitely not always going to be a demon. So
I'm gonna agree with that too. Next to never. I mean, you see it on TV or shows and stuff. It's all drummed up bullshit just for the likes, views, popularity, fame, whatever. And it's never like that, really.
Well, they
Yeah.
do it. They do it because they're grifters. So the spirit
Right.
stalkers. So what they do is they set a goal. They're like, oh, you have to donate so many of these, like TikTok gifts during our live, and we'll do a solo. So they trump it up and like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know a couple TikTokers like that too. Yes, I follow them because yes, paranormal, unity, want to support everyone. But yes, I do say that a lot, and I ain't gonna lie, it's very annoying. There's no reason why you should be asking for people to send you gifts or money to,
Well,
I don't know.
I think that's the worst part of it because it ends up turning the field, if you look at it for a science standpoint, just into kind of a joke. Like, I'm not doing this for like likes, views, TV fame. I
Right,
want the science. I want the knowledge. I want to learn things. And all that is just a comedy show. I mean, yeah.
right.
Like I bet you they're live right now. If not, then I would be shocked if they're not live because they go live almost up. Their buddy is up. They're doing a Here we
Doing
go.
a live.
Oh, gee, I wonder where they're at. Let's see where they're at. Whatever it's at, wherever they're at, it's got demons. I guarantee it.
Like I said, I didn't even know that I followed them. I don't even I hardly whenever I get on TikTok, I usually just scroll the normal feed. I don't look at people I follow. I hardly post myself. And it's the same way with Facebook. I do scheduled posts. So I'm trying not to be on Facebook as much as I am. But, I get bored at work sometimes and I do find myself scrolling and, maybe throwing some comments or some likes or something. But yeah, I didn't even know that I followed them. But yeah, if they're doing things that are not true to the paranormal field, that's not cool.
They're at a museum. Oh, the Huntington County Historical Museum, which is 30 minutes from me. Yes.
You better go put your demon costume on and go run.
Oh my no. So funny story. It's not funny, okay? Because a couple weeks ago they were at this location that was like 45 minutes away from me, and I made a joke. I'm gonna go harass them, or like shine like a laser pen or something.
And they're where they're at, yeah.
And somebody went and did it. Somebody went and did it, and I got blamed for it, even though I didn't do it.
My husband was doing that shit last night with that like I don't know what special laser it is, but he found it online. He's like, check this out. Like I can point to the stars. And we live in a super small town of like 400 people. And he's all shining it up on the light tower and like all these things. And he's like, oh, that truck just drove slow. I bet you they think it's an alien. And like, I'm like, you could get in trouble for that. You know? Like, you
make sure it's not an aircraft. You can go to jail for that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you better stop that crap.
I don't think anybody's going to call in, but once again, the phone number is 260-222-6864. I just spent like $100 on this software to be able to do this.
Well, hopefully you'll get someone in the future too that'll call in.
You know what? You guys could call in. Next week, call in.
Hey, that's a good idea. I always call in and watch us. So
I have TWATS on, the Wisconsin Apparition Tracking Society.
Oh, okay.
It's an all-female team, and their name is TWATS.
Oh,
nice. That's pretty good.
I will have to tune in.
Absolutely. All right. So, final few minutes of the show. I'm going to ask April 1st, what if you were going to a haunted location? What 3 pieces of equipment would you take?
I'd probably say REM pod, my digital recorder, and that's a good one. Probably my paranormal music box that I got from Journey Into the Haunted. I like that. It has super creepy music, so probably those 3 pieces, I'd say.
I'm a little hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I got it a long time ago. It was her very first launch of it. But I am looking at yours because you have like some cool custom colors.
No, you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna get on a point real quick. I love Journey Into the Haunted. Their shit is awesome. Like, if you don't buy stuff from me, go buy from them because their stuff is good. It is absolutely good. I'm not, and I a couple of weeks ago had commented on one of their stuff, one of their videos, and someone messaged me, well, why are you talking to your competition? They're not my competition. Like we're all in this together.
Right.
And I was talking to her and I was like, because I sent her a message and I'm like, hey, listen, if you're ever looking into multicolor like I do, these are a few options. And this one is cheaper than actually going to buy a new printer. This works with your printer that you got now. There's just a little changes you got to do, but it will work, So like, I don't, and then last week I was at that, the Windermere. There was a couple there that built REM pods and K2 holders, and the REM pods are really nice. And I was telling them about how I build mine, and they're like, that is so much easier than how we build ours. And I'm like, here you go.
Right.
And, and like, I'm going to share so I designed the cat ball holder these cat ball holders I designed.
Right.
Now Journey Into the Haunted's got something very, very similar, but I'm going to share it with this couple that I met last week because like, okay, somebody bought it from them instead of me. I don't care. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this to make equipment for the community because paranormal equipment is way too expensive.
Yes, my God. I just bought the Ovulus from Ghost Stop, and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to spend that
$600.
Yes, but I wanted one before I was gonna get it one from digital dowsing or whatever. But I'm not sure about it. Maybe I just don't know how to quite use it quite yet. Maybe I need to do a little bit more research and understanding it. I don't know.
I'm working on designing one.
Oh, well, I will keep an eye out then.
And it is certainly not going to be $600.
I'm looking to get a glow in the dark music box. So if you have glow in the dark colors, you better send me the link.
This is glow in the dark.
Oh, for the lasers. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. But first off, I've got two new glow. I got regular glow in the dark, which is that. I got a blue and I got a magenta glow in the dark.
Nice. Magenta.
And guess what? I don't charge extra to do the glow in the dark.
Sweet.
I used to. So when I originally started, I charged more for the glow in the dark, but I found a new supplier where I can get it for cheaper. So I'm just like, you know what? Here we go. Like I'm not into. And originally my REM pods were going to be $100, and then I found a cheaper way to do it, and they work.
Right.
They're $50 for custom.
Right, and that's awesome.
120 for a music box. I mean, you can't argue with that. Or the Flex device. I got a Flex device. I'm sorry.
I did see that. Yeah.
EMF tower, because I can't say.
Oh yeah, I can't say. Laura says she has a glow in the dark board. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. Speaking of planchettes, I can make anything in that shape too. I've made a couple of music boxes and a REM pod in that shape. So yeah. But no, it's just like, yeah. And now I'm not going to forget Cody. Cody, 3 pieces of equipment. What would you take?
I would probably take a spirit box, full spectrum camera, and honestly, my headlamp. I have one that does bright light, low light, red light, hands free. I can just wave my hand on it. I absolutely love it because I can't see shit in the dark. So
right,
it's awesome.
You need to send me the link for that, please. Yeah. I would like what?
It's for my headlamp. I thought you were talking about your stuff.
No.
Yeah, I could send you. I got it off a Ghost Stop actually. It's excellent.
Oh, that's awesome, Laura. Glow in the dark dowsing rods. That's awesome.
I do like the obelisk though, even though we're very brand new to that. I was just, I don't know, vibing really well with it last time we used it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I want to try the obelisk. I've never tried one. But like I said, I am working on developing something very similar that's cheaper.
Right.
Because it's expensive. It's too expensive. Like I could probably do it for a quarter of the cost. You know, maybe $150.
Nice.
I don't know yet. I'm still in the design phase. And just like I'm still in the design phase for a spirit box as well.
Yeah, those little like the ones off of that have like the little turn handle thingy. I don't know. $400 for that. I can't believe I spent as much as I did on the Ovilus, and then I go and buy my brand new camera and then a new lens. So yeah, I dropped a couple grand that week. So I was having shopping withdrawals, I guess.
The camera that's staring at me right now is I have finally got it where my 4K camera I use to do the show. That is a $1,200 camera. It is a Canon 4K camera. It is a professional. It's the lowest one, but it is a 4K camera, and I mean, look at the picture.
The quality, right?
And that's because I made the mistake. I bought a digital camera with the hopes of recording video. The problem is digital cameras stop recording at 29 minutes because the US has a tariff on camcorders, and it's anything over 30 minutes is considered a camcorder. So they stop the recording at 29 minutes.
So then you'd have, I didn't know that though. I mean, I don't do like video stuff really other than like on my phone or whatever, but I don't do it on my camera. I just use my camera for like photography pictures or whatever,
most of the time use my iPhone.
I did for a while, but I love photography. I always have wanted to get into it. And I did have a camera at one time, but it was kind of like your beginner frame camera. And I thought, well, you know what? This last month, I was like, what the hell? I have the money. I'm going to buy myself a professional camera and get myself a wide angle lens so I can get those really cool wide shots of buildings or places that we go to. And I just love abandoned looking locations anyways. So I was like, what the hell? I'm going to drop a couple thousand this week. So whatever. I got the money. I'm going to do it. So
Well, if you want to drop a couple of thousand, you can go to the sharpsideofparanormal.shop. Speaking of that, real quick. I don't know if you guys saw my post earlier, and I'm going to share this with the audience here.
I can't remember.
This week, the Stone Mansion in Winchester, Indiana, it is a haunted location, was actually hit by a tornado. So we had
I saw that. Yeah.
EF3 tornado go through Winchester, Indiana, and unfortunately there was loss of life in the area. So to help with the cost of repairs, I talked to the owners over there, and Dan has given me the thumbs up. I am selling special edition K2 holders that's got the silhouette of the Stone Mansion as well as the Stone Mansion name. They're all black with the red. I think that looks so cool. But they're $10 each. Everyone that's sold $7.50 gets sent to the Stone Mansion for repairs. You guys can go to my website and actually order that, which is cool. But
Right. That's awesome that you're doing that. Yeah.
We're all in this together, and
awesome.
I don't want to lose a location, especially one that's on my list of ones that I want to go to.
Right.
But I've already sold, and sitting here, I've sold 2 more. I've sold almost 10 since I started it. So it's like, yay, $75 is going in, and we're a tenth of my goal is 100. I want to, write a check for $750 from the Sharp Side of Paranormal going right to the Stone Mansion, which is cool. That's what I want to do. So but it's unfortunate. Luckily there was no one there when it happened. Now, the people that own the Stone Mansion are also the same people that own the old Blackford County Jail and Randolph County Infirmary.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So, and I believe they bought Jim Jones's childhood church as well. So, but they're really big on saving, old historical buildings, and this one is certainly is one that needs to be saved, especially, and it had a tree crash down on it and damage the roof.
Right.
So this is going to help with the cost of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to share. I'll have to go to your page then after the show here, and I'll definitely share it to our page as well. Get some spread it around and try to see if we can raise some funds.
Yay! Raising funds. It's all about the para unity. But right. April, Cody, thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited.
Thank you.
And now I'm going to have to return the favor and be on your show sometime.
Yes, we definitely need to have you on.
And then you can hear the whole story of the nurse apparition that I saw at ISS.
Yes. And don't forget, I don't know if I can't remember the name of the girls, but we said we were going to go to the Monroe house and we're going to wear PJs with your face on them.
Yes.
We need to plan that.
Oh. Oh my gosh, I just sitting here, just got another order for
sweet.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So I've since the show started, I have 4 orders.
Awesome.
So that's
so awesome. Yeah, that everyone. I'll definitely share that. Yay! Woohoo!
I'm so happy. I've got it set up where it's gonna be my next, my next thing that goes on, and get a couple of them printed up and then get back to my orders. Cause I, like I said, I had COVID this week. So I caught it. I'm going to assume last weekend when I was at the that
Right.
paranormal thing, and it has certainly kicked my ass.
Yeah, COVID's not fun.
But again, thank you to you guys. I'm going to end the show. You guys stay on.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to you afterwards.
Appreciate it.
And but yeah, thank you for coming on, and thank everybody for tuning in. And you guys can go see them on Facebook. Where else can they find you?
We have TikTok under Paranormal Variant and Instagram Paranormal Variant. So yeah.
Facebook.
Do you have YouTube?
We don't have. I do have a page, but I don't like do much with it or anything. I may in the future, but I don't really do anything with it now. So
maybe in the future, but go check them out. May 3rd, they have an event. Tickets are still available for Malvern Manor. Go buy tickets, sell it out. Yeah, check them out. I've followed them for a while. They're really cool. So, all right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And next week we will be back with Twats. I'm so excited for that because we're going to talk about our experience we had at the Monroe House.
awesome. Well, thanks everyone.
Thank you.